up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are getting deep, okay? So you definitely are gonna need your wine, your water, or your rolling tray, okay? So, cuties, where do I even start? If you know me, then you know that I had a lot of opinions on this movie before I saw it, like many other people, and I was against the film. I was like, cancel Netflix, I don't even care. I don't want to pay for Netflix anymore anyway. But something last night told me to watch the full movie, so I did, and it was a great film. I know that you guys expect from me, like, because yeah, I know I'm top 5 How to Catch a Predator, call the people, figure out how we can save these kids, but that's exactly what this movie was doing, trying to figure out, or at least stir up the question of what's really going on with our kids, you know? So originally Netflix had the description for the movie and it said Amy, 11, becomes fascinated with a twerking dance crew. Now Netflix, their description says 11-year-old Amy starts to rebel against her conservative family's traditions when she becomes fascinated with a free-spirited dance crew. Anyway, let's talk about the poster. This poster that they used to promote the movie, if you saw this cover and you got upset, good, because that's what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to get you upset. I want to know why you guys are upset about this poster, but you're not upset about the little girls on TikTok doing the WAP challenge. You're not upset about the little girls on Dance Moms. You're not upset about toddlers and tiaras. Y'all don't see a problem with any of this. And I'm actually gonna show you guys a clip. This is either Dance Moms or toddlers and tiaras. I'm gonna show you guys how they're really getting down at these pageant shows, okay?
Spray tanning is a must. Come on, let's go in and get your spray tan. We started spray tanning her when she was 11 months old. And she has probably been spray tanned over 50 times now. She loves it. She's at...
Okay, I don't watch these shows, so I didn't even know that that's what... Is she spray tanning her at a car shop? She's spray tanning her 2-year-old at a car shop in a bikini and got this grown man doing it. And y'all not canceling TLC? Y'all not setting up petitions for this? But Cuties gotta go? And they think this is okay. Cuties, they said it was bad. They were trying to turn them away from it. This is straight up, come join the dance world so you can get sexualized on a stick. Like,
completely.
She don't want to be there.
See?
Leave her alone. Let's get into the posters really quick. When it came out in France, this was the poster. Nobody paid it any mind either, right? Nobody was in an uproar over the movie because look at the poster. But as soon as it came over to America, what y'all did to it? Because that's the way to get Americans in an uproar, is the media. That's all we listen to, is the media. But the American poster is terrible though. I'm still mad about it. I want to start off by saying this movie in no way romanticized pedophilia. Not at one moment did I watch this and say, wow, they made this movie for pedophiles. Yes, I will play both sides of this. I did watch it and think this is a pedophile's dream, but that's also what I think when I'm on TikTok, why I deleted my TikTok account. I was tired of scrolling down the For You page and seeing little girls are dancing and parading for the pedophiles, and y'all not paying your kids any bit of mind. They got their AirPods in and they on their iPad and they on your phone, and you just happy that they're occupied and quiet. You don't know what they're doing. And these kids are tech savvy. You might be like, oh no, I watched my daughter's TikTok account. She got 3 more. And she's auditioning for the Hype House, renegading it up, shaking everything, okay? Please. And I saw a post on Facebook that had Cardi B and Megan's song WAP, and it had Cuties on the other side, and it was like, you call this one a role model and then be mad when your kids are like this. First of all, nobody called Cardi B a role model. You guys need to get role models and idols like out of this thing where you have them crossed, like uncross it, because they're not the same thing. Kids do idolize Cardi B, they want to be like her, but she's no one's role model. She didn't set out to be anybody's role model either. Stop putting that pressure on her. But this is where it comes in that you guys need to be monitoring your kids, because your kids should know that Cardi B is not their role model. You don't idolize this. You don't watch that. That's not going on in my house. I don't know why y'all leave it up to celebrities and the internet and all this stuff to raise your kids. That's not their job. But when you have those songs on apps like TikTok and you have them available on places where you know kids are, that's when there's a problem, because you care so much about your bag that you don't care about the kids. Because TikTok is a kids app. I know that over quarantine we all got extra hype and we all got on there and stuff, but it was for children. You should be watching what your kid is doing, you know? Like, if you're gonna let your kid learn TikTok dances, learn them with them. Don't just give them a phone and let them walk away. That's just irresponsible. Anyway, TikTok has a DM feature. Like, your kid should be on nothing where people are able to message them privately. Like, that's... I deleted TikTok, and I feel like you guys should all get your kids off of TikTok too, because that's the playground for pedophilia. So let's talk about some really important parts of the movie. I want to know how we can have this whole movement of save our children, and we need to bring all of this stuff to the light, and you guys can talk about frazzle drip, and you can stomach all of these emails, and you can say who did what and what, but you can't sit through an hour and a half of this just to understand it because of these girls twerking. And we see little girls twerk every day, and it's disgusting. Now, I'm not even condoning it. I'm just saying you guys are really picking and choosing your battles here on what you can watch and what you won't accept, because this movie in no way romanticized pedophilia. And a lot of people are upset because the main character, she was 11, she's 14. I'm not saying it to make it better, but she's 14. She was playing an 11-year-old. You're mad about a child playing a child in a movie because we're so used to seeing 40-year-olds playing high schoolers, and that's not normal. But that, I feel like if an older person was playing this role, it wouldn't have hit the way it was supposed to. We're upset, as we should be, because that's what the movie was about. That's why the director made this movie. And you guys are so ready to cancel Netflix, and this is not a Netflix movie. It's not a Netflix original. Netflix did not make this movie. This is a French film, and y'all are ready to cancel her movie, and you're not even giving it a chance. Did y'all even try to figure out why she made the movie or what her reasoning was behind it? Because it wasn't Netflix. I keep hearing all this, oh well, the auditions did this and Netflix did. Where are y'all getting this information from that Netflix held an audition for this movie? Because Netflix did not. This was a independent film. Like, if y'all really want to cancel Netflix, then cancel Netflix for still having Harvey Weinstein movies playing on there. Like, put your energy into something else. We really aren't choosing our battles wisely. So Cuties is about this girl, Ami. She moves from Senegal to France with her mother and her 2 siblings, I believe. They move to the projects. They're very cramped in this apartment. There's an extra bedroom that is designed special where no one can go into, and we later find out that it's for the father. And that plays a big part in this movie too. We learn early on that the father is taking another wife, and in their culture that's normal for the men to marry more than one woman. It's taking a toll on the mother, and then you see it taking a toll on Ami. The mother depends on Ami, like, if she's grown. This little girl's 11 years old, and she's taking care of a baby, a little boy, taking care of the house, doing all this grown stuff. And then, but this is the thing too. Parents have a real, you know, scale thing when it comes to when your kids can be grown. Like, they're grown when you need them to take care of your kid, to do everything grown when it comes to the house. But when they start acting out, then it's like, why are you doing this? Did I not raise you? You're not that little girl's raising herself. Okay? And that's the point here. So there's no father in the home. The mother is there, but she's barely there. She's not paying attention. She's the mother. Then you have her moving here, and she's a young Muslim girl. They go to the mosque. They're covered. The mother is trying to instill all of these values into her, and she's not trying to have it. So she starts rebelling, and she sees these little girls dancing and twerking and living their best life, so she thinks. And she starts acting out. She wants to be part of the cool crowd, so she starts following around these little girls. And this is what I mean by the show in no way romanticizes anything going on, from like stealing to not loving yourself. Like, they don't condone any of this. She stole a cell phone because she saw the little girls dancing and recording themselves on this phone, so she goes and steals a phone to be down. She ends up hanging out with one of the girls, and the girl's like, oh my god, you have a phone? She's like, I don't have a phone. My parents won't let me have one. Like, so you stole a phone to be down with this little girl who don't even have a phone, and now look at you. Then you have the girl Yasmin. She was a part of the group originally, and then they kicked her out. And they showed all the girls at her house hanging out. Her mom was bringing them snacks. She has her own room. Like, you can tell that she has a decent home life. Like, it's not like she's neglected or anything. All the girls are in her room, and they're on the webcam. They're looking at boys and all this stuff to talk to. Yasmin ends up turning on the webcam, and the boy sees that the girls are young, and he's like, oh, you little girls, get off of here. The girls are then mad because the guys found out that they were young. So it wasn't like these guys are on the internet looking for little girls. These little girls are disguising themselves to be older and trying to talk to boys. Like, and they show the mother coming in the room to see what they're doing, and they all closed the laptop and everything, whatever they were doing. And that just shows you, like, you know, Yasmin didn't have a bad mom who wasn't paying attention to her or anything. She just wasn't like on her back and monitoring what her child child was doing. Yasmin's not too much in the movie, but there's another part where they show Ami walks past the bathroom and she sees Yasmin coming out and she was throwing up. So it's like they speed past it pretty fast, but they shine light on bulimia or anorexia, whatever the case was. Like, she was on the heavier side, so seeing all the skinny girls in her dance crew and all her friends were small, she felt like, you know, she had to lose weight to dance with them. They didn't romanticize it, they really didn't talk about it at all, but the way the scene was set up, it was just like you knew what was going on. And these are things for adults to grasp. This movie is rated MA. It's not for children. It's not on Netflix for your kids to watch. It's for parents to watch, to know how to handle your kids and what you should, like, not even like a guide, because it doesn't tell you what you should be doing, but it should be showing you what not to do. And this takes me back to even Degrassi days. Like, when I grew up watching Degrassi, and I feel like it shaped me into the person that I am today. I'm not gonna lie, because it showed me everything not to do. Don't have sex because you will get pregnant and die. Don't go in the back of nobody's van. Don't wear a thong to school. Don't go out with boys. Don't bully people. They're gonna come back and shoot you. Listen, Degrassi taught me so many life lessons, and I had so many friends and even cousins that couldn't watch Degrassi because their parents felt it was too out there or too mature for them to watch. But those same kids smoke, drink, got babies, young, like all of this stuff. So I'm like, here I am watching Degrassi, watching all of this stuff go down, learning that this is not the type of person that I want to be later. And y'all telling y'all kids they can't watch that because you're scared that's what they're gonna be, and then they ended up being that anyway. Cuties is uncomfortable as hell, but it's only some parts. Like, out of the whole hour and 30, whatever it was, it's about 5 parts, and they showed all 5 parts in the trailer. So that's how you know that that's not the whole movie, because y'all are mad about the trailer because the trailer showed every uncomfortable moment of the movie. So if you already saw the trailer, then you can stomach the movie, you can watch it, you should watch it and form your own opinion. Ami was going so hard to not be her mother that she ended up trying to be like the little girls, not knowing that there was a middle ground where she could just be Ami. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't, like, even not even little girls, to grown women today. You see girls on Instagram that they all look the same. You go to the explore page, everybody's in the same pose, the same bag, the same shoes, the same this, the same that, same man on the shade room sharing everything. And it's like, do y'all know that there's this middle ground where you be you? So I actually want to take a moment to let the director describe her process behind this movie.
And I'm the director of Cuties. Cuties is the story of an 11-year-old little girl who is trying to find herself. She's navigating between 2 models of femininity. One represents her mother's traditional origins, and the other one is a group of young girls called Cuties. I had the idea of Cuties when one day during a neighborhood gathering in Paris, a group of very young dancers came on the stage, and they were dancing like what we are used to seeing in a video clip.
Right there. The inspiration for the movie came from real life, because this is what's happening in real life. It's like, have you looked at the way the little girls are dressed in Dance Moms and all of these pageant shows? I feel like you're not, because they're in the same exact outfits and it's praised. This movie does not praise it at all.
I was surprised because of their age. They were only 11 years old. So I decided to spend the next year and a half doing research. I met with hundreds of preteens who told me their story. I needed to know how they felt about their own femininity in today's society and how they dealt with their self-image at a time when social media is so important. Our girls see that the more a woman is overly sexualized on social media, the more she is successful. And the children just imitate what they see, trying to achieve the same result without understanding the meaning. Yeah, it's dangerous.
That's it. I don't even have to watch the rest of it, because I already knew from watching the movie that that was the meaning behind it, because that's all you have to do is watch it. And I want to get on the fact that she said that she spent months speaking to hundreds of young women about their stories, creating this film and everything. Where did y'all get that the Netflix producers spent months looking for girls? Like, y'all really take 2 + 2 and make it equal 13. It's almost like you guys wanted the movie to be about pedophilia. Like, that's what you wanted it to be. And it's like, why, if the goal is for us to save the children, why would you not want more parents to see this movie so that they can watch their kids? But no, y'all want kids to be unattended and chilling and out on TikTok, right? Yeah, I know. My problem personally with the movie was the angles, okay? So this is where I come in and I say the movie is a pedo's dream. The camera angles of the movie could have been different. Like, it could have been more like back, and it was very distasteful and it makes you uncomfortable, but I really genuinely feel like that was the purpose. What they showed you in the movie was no different from what these little girls are doing in these dance competitions on YouTube. This art is imitating real life. And people cannot take it because y'all don't want the truth. Y'all wanted this movie to be like fiction and bubblegum, but you can't have a movie to scare kids from going down this path and scare parents from letting their kids go down this path without making it uncomfortable. And if I'm not mistaken, growing up, my generation, we had the movie 13. Sit here and say y'all don't remember 13. We're gonna look up 13 right now. The description is a 13-year-old's relationship with her mother is put to the test as she discovers drugs, sex, and petty crime in the company of her cool but troubled best friend. 13-year-olds getting tongue piercings, tattoos, having sex, out with boys, out with girls, doing this, having threesomes, running around doing all this stuff. What did the little girl in Cuties do at 11, 2 years younger than 13? She twerked and cried and then found herself. Like, let's get into the point of the whole movie. At the end, the part in the trailer where everyone was in an uproar about the dance scene. The dance lasts about 2 seconds because she starts crying in the middle of the dance and hearing her Senegalese music playing, and she realizes that I don't need to be a little hoe. This is not where I'm supposed to be. My spirit is not sitting right with this. And she runs off the stage and leaves those little girls to do their little dance and pop their little pops. And she goes home and hugs her mother, and her mother welcomes her with open arms because she realizes I'm pushing you away and I'm forcing you to be like this because I'm not giving you a chance. And now she finds that middle ground that I was speaking on earlier, and she doesn't put on the dress that her mom wanted her to wear to her dad's wedding. Her mom didn't even make her go to her dad's wedding. And she puts on a cute little outfit, which is very age appropriate. She puts on some jeans and a t-shirt and brushes her hair out and looks like the child that she should have looked like. So she didn't have to be a hoe, but she didn't have to be way too wholesome for her own taste. And that's it, because this is a little girl who just got her period, who just moved to a new country, who is taking care of her siblings like if she's the mom, learning how to cook for a whole African family. Like, there was so much more to this film than the trailer. So Netflix, I think Netflix deserves to be canceled for fumbling the bag on that trailer and ruining the whole marketing of this movie, because this was a good movie. And for you to have a good movie, you need to make some people uncomfortable. And this is just my unpopular opinion. Can we talk about how well executed that dress was? The symbolism of that dress, on. So the dress that Ami was supposed to wear to her father's wedding, hanging in her closet. At one point when she was online on the internet, she was about to do something bad, she starts hearing a knock coming from her closet. She opens the closet, there's nothing there but the dress. That was the first time, and I didn't really catch it at first. I was like, oh, okay. Then she opens up her closet and she touches the dress and she sees blood on her hand, and then there's just blood dripping down the closet. So I was confused, like, hold on, what in the sixth sense? That didn't really happen, of course. That was in her head. That's what she was seeing, because 2 seconds later she ran out and then she came home and she had her period. And that was like a big scene, because now her mom is like, you're a woman now. And the dress was bleeding to symbolize her. There was another point where they were showing her like having a panic attack and the dress was breathing. So that's when I started to realize, I was like, hold up, okay, this dress is important. It was a good movie. Y'all really wanted people to hate it. I really wanted to hate it, but I didn't, and I don't. And I recommend you giving it a chance yourself before you say that you hate it. This is why I need to make notes and stop smoking and drinking in my videos, because man, I'm all over the place. A big scene was the condom. This shows how uneducated little girls are, but they want to be fast, you know? One of the girls ended up using a condom as a balloon and blew it up. They were in the woods. It was a used condom. And all the other girls started screaming, that's a condom, that's what the AIDS people have sex with, you're gonna have AIDS. They washed this little girl's mouth out with soap, scrubbed it with soap, sponge, like literally using hand soap and scrubbing her tongue out, telling her that she was gonna have AIDS and that she couldn't sit with them. This little girl's crying, all because nobody's having conversations with them. And then people were like, oh, at 11 years old they shouldn't even be thinking about this stuff. Clearly they're thinking about it on their own, so it's time to have a conversation. Like, I'm tired of people hiding stuff from their kids and then being like, why did they do that? Because you hid everything. You need to sit and talk to your kids from the moment that, and these new kids, they are advanced. Like, they are coming out the womb with an iPad, knowing everything about everything, telling you how to hook up something. And at this point, a 7-year-old could set up your bank account for you. Like, stop underestimating these kids. That's just how I feel about it. I'm sorry, I just could not get on the cancel the film, cancel Netflix train. Like, I couldn't do it because this film deserves to be seen. I don't think that you guys should take it off Netflix. I think this was a very important conversation, and if you don't, then you don't. That's cool. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you're closed-minded or whatever, because this is a very touchy situation and everybody doesn't have to be open-minded. You guys wanted my opinion on it. I was getting a lot of messages about Cuties, and I was answering most of them before even watching it, and I'm sorry. Y'all know my motto: normalize changing your opinion when presented with new information, because I was wrong. I hope I didn't leave anything out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you see where I'm coming from. I think I'm actually gonna close this out here. I'm tired of talking about this movie. I want to go binge watch Girlfriends and be happy and stop stressing myself out with the rabbit hole of pedos. Comment down below and let me know if you're gonna be watching, or if you did watch it, let me know how you felt about it, if you feel how I feel, or if you still watched it and feel like this is the most disgusting thing I've ever watched. Because I do definitely feel like the dancing and all of the inappropriate parts were inappropriate, but I feel like they were inappropriate for the right reason. At no point did anyone in this film condone the girls' behavior. Even at the competition in the end, they got booed. So I need a better argument than it being uncomfortable. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Take that energy somewhere else. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Like, guys, okay, so literally over 80% of my views come from people who are not subscribed to me. I need you guys to hit that subscribe button. It would really help me a lot. I'm currently at 5.8 subscribers. It would be awesome if we could get to 10K by like New Year's. I think that's a realistic goal. I'm manifesting that. We are gonna exit like this.